Hello, today we're going to talk a little bit about the element of diction. Well, diction doesn't really have much to do with speaking clearly. In that sense, that's not the way we're going to use the word. Basically, it has to do with the language in a play or a film. It's the character's choice of words, vocabulary, accent, ethnicity, these sorts of choices. So basically, for example, let's say that you watch a 30s gangster movie and you notice that, well, they can't use four-letter words because there was a code during that time that prevented people from using four-letter words in movies. But they had to say other things. So they would say, "You dirty rat," or "I'm going to rub you out," or "It's curtains for you." And we kind of laugh at that today and think it's funny, but actually audiences of those times kind of thought that was really cool. They thought it was argot, gangster slang for real, giving us a peek behind the scenes of, gangsterdom. But today we look at that and we kind of think it's hilarious. For some reason, today we accept the fact that gangsters use four-letter words. And so when we see movies like Goodfellas, Black Mass recently with Johnny Depp, we see these films where the language of the gangsters used most of the time, not always, is vulgarity. Now what's interesting about this is, if it's well written, if the script is well written, everybody swears a little differently, okay? The rhythms are different and characters are individuated that way. If the script is sort of, well, sub rosa or not written very well, everybody might sound alike, and of course it's kind of boring to listen to. So that's one aspect of diction. You might notice that in older films where they're trying to make the time period older, all right? So something like Braveheart, we get this diction that is sort of over-articulated. The words are over-pronounced, very clean and clearly, and you also notice that contractions are eliminated. So it's not we're, it's we are. And this gives a sort of archaic lilt to the language. And historical movies often use this type of thing. Of course, it depends what the characters are. So the nobility characters might use that sort of diction, but then again, the lower class characters might talk in slang of the time period. And so each character, again, is individuated or made separate through the use of diction. Another type of use of diction that we see is in science fiction movies. Well, everybody probably remembers the scene in the original Star Wars films, some of the scenes in the cantinas. And the characters would be talking in what sounds like gibberish, boo-ba, ba-ba, boo-ba, boo-ba. And then there would be subtitles across the bottom of the screen that would tell us in English what these characters actually meant. And so that's, again, diction. Here's this sort of alien language that we really can't understand being translated to English for us. But there is a movie, Avatar, directed by James Cameron, that actually employed a professor of linguistics, I think at either USC or UCLA, to create an entire language for the film. So the Na'vi language in Avatar is a real language. You could actually form a culture based on it and go off somewhere and start your own society. So there's different ways that works. We often see language used in science fiction to give us these sort of things that really don't exist yet, and they give sort of fantastic names to them, like tractor beams and photon torpedoes and automatic grammaticimators. And these words really might not mean anything, but they give the world of the film this sort of magical quality. So diction's very important, and it's used in films and movies, films and plays, basically to individuate character. You can express character on the level of diction, and there's many, many examples in film and plays. Thank you. We'll see you next time.